Hey everybody, Citizens in Action Clark County here. I'm just going to do a quick follow-up to our video that we put out a couple days ago, going over a very large purchase of $1.2 million approved by the Jeffersonville City Council and also the Board of Public Works, headed by Mayor Mike Moore, for Jeffersonville police vehicles from John Jones Auto that we thought was highly suspicious, mainly because they did not get any bids for that purchase. And apparently this is a regular thing that they may be doing by circumventing the bidding process, counting each vehicle as a micro purchase because they are breaking things up into small components. So first of all, I want to say that post-election, we have been able to replace a lot of our Jeffersonville City Council members. So if you take a look here, we have gotten rid of Matt Owen, who has been on the board since 2012 and currently stands as the council president. Mr. Ellis, who did not choose to run again. Joe Paris is out and Donnie Croft is out. So we are excited to welcome Mr. Evan Stoner, Mr. Jackie Snelling, Miss Amy Simones, and Miss Donna Reed. So it'll be an exciting time in 2024 to hopefully clean this council up and get these council members to start doing things the right way according to Indiana law and according to policies and procedures and according to the best interests of the taxpayer, which is currently not happening. Another update from the Wednesday, November 8th council meeting was Larry Wilder, the longtime council attorney, publicly resigned. He's probably very busy representing his main client, former Sheriff Jamie Knoll.
I applaud change and believe that the new leaders of Jeffersonville should be given a clean slate to determine how and with whom they want to move forward. In an effort to ensure that the newly constituted Jeffersonville City Council has an unencumbered opportunity to choose its legal counsel, I humbly submit my resignation effective December 31st, 2023. It has been an honor to serve this group of council members. Thank you for your time, attention, and reliance. I am sincerely me.
The other thing that happened was also on Wednesday, the 8th, the Board of Public Works had their regularly scheduled morning meeting, which the public is not welcome to attend, but it is live streamed on their Vimeo channel. And apparently our inquiry into this very large police vehicle purchase became the first item on the agenda for new business.
I'm sure this will be on the YouTube channel in the future.
So let's take a listen to that.
Hearing new business, Les Merkley.
You have before you a resolution. This is a reference to police cars that have been purchased by the police department in the city. If you recall, some police cars were purchased here recently. This resolution does two things. One, the vehicles that were purchased, the vehicles were under $50,000. So under state statute, those would be considered micro purchases since they're under $50,000 and a competitive bidding is not required. However, alternatively, in the event they would not be considered micro purchases, this resolution designates the purchase of those cars and previous cars, and you have those attached to the resolution as special purchases, which is allowed pursuant to 522-10-5, 522-10-8, and also 522-10-12. That there's a unique savings, that these are vehicles that can only be purchased as we need them from John Jones, and also John Jones receives a discount that makes them competitive. Therefore, no competitive bidding is necessary if this resolution is adopted, designating those as special purchases. What number is this, Lisa?
9.
9.
So it's if the purchase of vehicle is under 50,000.
That there is no bidding required if it's under 50,000. These are under 50,000. The problem is they were financed as a group. So someone could argue that the law says you can't break them up you can't break up a large purchase into small purchases to get around competitive bidding, okay? But alternatively, we can designate, because these are special purchases, and I will outline here.
So Mayor Mike Moore seems to be trying to maybe backtrack, and it seems like this council is now trying to cover their tracks by getting some paperwork and shuffling some things around, and now they're going to consider this very large purchase a special purchase, which of course they did not originally consider it a special purchase. They are just now going back and passing a resolution to consider it a special purchase because we have asked questions that they cannot answer.
John Jones is a preferred factory discount dealer for police vehicles, allowing for the purchase of vehicles at a significantly reduced price below MSRP. That the price offered by John Jones amounts to a discount sufficient enough to support a special purchase under Indiana law. Also, John Jones is a dealership with police pursuit vehicle status that satisfies the specs required by the department. In fact, we're the only police pursuit vehicle dealer in the area. That also purchasing the vehicles from another dealer without status of police pursuit vehicle would seriously impair the functioning of the Jeffersonville Police Department and jeopardize the public safety and officer safety. Again, supports the designation of these vehicles as special purchases. Also, John Jones is the only dealership in Southern Indiana with the capability, technology, and experience to uplift the police vehicles to satisfy the requirements of the department. And the board, we would conclude that the uplift of the vehicles with another dealer would not be compatible with his existing equipment, accessories, and replacement parts to support a special purchase. That's all pursuant to 522. So that's why these would be designated as special purchases.
All right. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
It's a
9.
I have a motion and a second to approve. Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
In conjunction with the approval for the purchase of all vehicles, I have the loan documents for the mayor to sign. So I don't know how you want me to do that, Mayor. Just drop me.
Well, can you just outline real quick what the terms are?
Yeah.
I'm sure this will be
It
on
was
the
about-
YouTube channel in the future.
I think it's 1.2 purchase. We find it's 800,000 of that. 4-year payoff, 4-year pay down with annual payments. Rate is 5.3 fixed for the entire stuff.
And this is basically this is a lease to purchase, correct?
No, you'll have it completely paid off, and you have the cars at the end.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. It's lease to own, well,
Yeah, lease to own or lease to purchase.
yeah,
Correct?
yeah, there'll be, at the end of the period, at the end of the 4-year period, there will be no loan balance. The titles will be yours and the vehicles will be yours.
I just want to clarify this because there's been some confusion by some folks out there that what this is. It is a lease, but at the end of the lease, we're going to own it, correct?
You will own that.
Okay, just want to make it clear to folks out there confused.
Get that? All right. I wasn't talking to you, Alicia. I was talking to the camera.
I got Alicia's like.
Motion to approve.
I'm sure this will be on the YouTube channel in the future.
Yes, it will be on a YouTube channel in the future, Mike Moore. Good call on that one. Okay, so we just heard Les Merkley go on and on about how they're going to reclassify this after the fact as a special purchase. Unfortunately, Mr. Merkley listed a bunch of nonsense that is actually not true. Just wanted to kind of pull up the Indiana codes that he's referencing real fast. This is Indiana Code 5-22-10-1, purchasing without soliciting bids for approval. Note that the very next section mentions competition. So even though it's a special purchase must be made with competition as is practicable under the circumstances. Now he mentioned a bunch of different sections that basically gives him some sort of indication that this could be a special purchase, such as John Jones being the only one who can supply these vehicles, and it's for the safety and the savings of the agency and blah, blah, blah. You can go to the Indiana Code website and look these up yourself. They're all right here. But I'm going to go over a very well-written letter from one of our members because I think that this explains it best. So let me move over here and kind of go from the beginning. To insinuate that John Jones is the only dealership that can order police pursuit vehicles is false. To insinuate that ordering from another dealership would jeopardize the safety of our police department is also absolutely false. Bachman, local here, sells police units to the city of Louisville and other police entities, including Dodge Chargers and Durangos. They could sell them to Jeffersonville as well. And the fleet price would be the same as any other dealership. John Jones has no more wiggle room than any other dealer. If John Jones is making a substantial profit, then it is most likely on the upfit, not on the police unit itself. Other local dealerships, Bachman, Coyle, Chevrolet, Carriage, Ford, Jim O'Neill, Ford, etc., can all sell police pursuit vehicles and order the upfit to be done at the factory level. There is nothing special about John Jones, other than the fact that it is 35 miles away in another county. If you remember, when we're talking about upfits and possibly making a profit on the upfits, back in January, which we discussed in our prior video, Dodge Durango, the upfit was $9,838. Now it's gone up to $14,000. So again, 48% increase going through John Jones. And we don't know if it's competitive with the other local people because they will not get a bid. Okay, so there's that. City council are always telling us to buy local and support our local businesses. There's no reason why the purchase of our police vehicles could not be done locally as well. Okay. Now, so they've kind of explained police pursuit vehicles, but not only is the city purchasing police vehicles from John Jones, but they are also purchasing non-police units there as well. The mayor's Chevy Blazer, several Chevy pickup trucks for various departments and other city vehicles needs to stop. To say that the city does not have to obtain a bid on the police vehicles because they are under $50,000 is also wrong. We showed that in our last video. The base cost may be $40,000, but once all the peripherals are added, each unit costs a total of over $65,000. Separating the base cost from the peripherals in order to avoid the bid process is wrong. Something similar occurred when the school district tried to divide costs for projects in order to avoid the dollar limits of the referendum process. The state referred to it as artificially dividing a controlled project. This is similar. The city is artificially dividing the cost of a police unit in order to avoid the bid process. Now, I just want to take a moment to go over what she's talking about with the mayor's vehicle. So we've got the buyer's order for the mayor's vehicle. This is what he drives, city vehicle, and it was purchased. It's a 2023 Chevy Blazer. Pretty nice vehicle. The purchase date on here is 1/30/2023 and signed by Mike Moore, financed to Ally Bank at that time, $35,150. That would be considered technically a micro purchase. However, we have no idea why that would be going to John Jones. There's plenty of local dealerships. It looks like that same vehicle, because this is the mayor's promissory note for that Chevy Blazer. It looks like it was maybe refinanced in June of this year. And for some reason, everything's going to First Savings Bank. So I don't know if everything has to go to First Savings Bank or if they've got some sort of special connection there. But it seems like we should even be getting bids from other banks to check the interest rates that we could be getting. But perhaps that's because in 2017, this is Mike Moore's financial contribution documents. Perhaps that's because Mike Moore got a $5,000 campaign donation from First Savings Bank in 2017. Here's 2018, another $5,000 campaign donation from First Savings Bank. And this is 2023's Mike Moore campaign financial information. And he made a purchase at John Jones Auto with campaign money. Looks like $16,326.75 for a vehicle. So that's where that campaign money went for. We don't know if he purchased this vehicle. We don't know if he leased this vehicle, but there is certainly a connection between the mayor and John Jones Auto. Okay, going back to this letter. Okay, we're going to skip over that. The city not only purchases their police units and other non-police units from John Jones, but they also buy parts for these units from John Jones. Parts that could just as easily be purchased from a local dealership. The price paid for the parts from John Jones is something that any other local dealer could match. The city also takes police units and other non-police units to John Jones in Scottsburg for service and repair work. This is unnecessary as well. Think about the mileage they're spending there. Service work can be done locally. Bachman can do service and maintenance on any Dodge Charger or Durango, and they do. Coyle could work on any Chevy vehicles owned by the city. There's no need to drive it out of the city. It's time for the council to investigate this arrangement with John Jones and find out why no other local dealership is given the opportunity to order police units for the city. And the council needs to put a stop to driving city-owned units to Corydon or Scottsburg or Salem for parts and service work. It is a gross waste of taxpayer dollars. Ask yourself, why is this being done? Why is no other dealer allowed to bid? And who benefits from this arrangement? It is certainly not the taxpayers of Jeffersonville. When we did not accept the prior retail buyer's orders that did not have signatures, we requested new ones, fully executed documents, and this is what we got. So now this one is still a date of 9/27. So tell me how that happens before the approval. I don't know. But the prices are the same. Now they've got, looks like a sticker's been placed over the lean-to. So, in support of this being a lease and not a purchase. Now they've got First Savings Bank listed here as lean-to, and then now they are signed. Some of them are dated 10/18. So before they were dated 10/10, now these dates have been changed to 10/18. So just a note there. And these are for the Durangos and same price quoted before. Okay, so now these are all signed and accounted for. We've got 12 Chargers, 12 Chargers, 6 Durangos. So let's go over some new calculations with this new information. Okay, the prices are the same from before. So the Dodge Durangos, $43,095 plus their upfits. An additional $14,000, which has increased drastically since January. It's gone up that 48.2%. So there are 6 of those, and that's the amount there, $346,000. Plus these 4 Durango upfits, because remember in our last video, the documents that we received included 4 additional Durango upfits. So it wasn't the vehicle purchases. We don't know about the 4 additional Durangos. They're 2023s. We don't know when they were purchased, for what purpose they were purchased. We don't know how they were approved. But there are 4 additional upfits in the mix here. It's in the financial documents, the new financial documents. So there's that total there we're going to add. Plus the 10 Dodge Chargers. That's the total there. So the total for everything, $1,023,076. The cash to John Jones, however, in the new financial documents is $1,025,376. Difference of $2,300. So back in the letter that I was just discussing, talking about that there's not supposed to be a lot of profit for these dealerships to do these police pursuit vehicles. So where did the $2,300 go to? Was that, is there a miscalculation here, or did John Jones profit $2,300 on this deal? Okay, let's take a look at this new finance document. Here's the old one, but this is just a bid. Jeffersonville bid. Let's see here, make my thing red. Highlight some stuff. Okay, so this is just a bid. Made on 10/16. That's the total amount. And this expired on 10/31. So this was the document that was approved at all the meetings. Here is the financial document that we got after we started asking questions. Now, this loan date is dated 11/8/2023, which is the same date as the Wednesday meeting, which we thought these purchases already happened. So not sure why this finance document is just coming to be, but let's draw attention to page 9. Now here's where we've gotten that amount that's gone to John Jones, because this is the official document. Excuse me, not sure where the other 2,300 went. Now in here, to get closer to this now 1,287,000, there's all this extra stuff in here that was not discussed at any meeting. 94,000 going to CDWG, 119,000 going to Motorola Solutions, 11,000 going to Stopstick Ltd, 36,000 going to PB Electronics. No idea what those things are in reference to this purchase because it was not discussed in any of the meetings or approved. Okay, so here's where we see those mysterious 4 extra Durangos. Not sure when they were purchased, but here is listed in the Exhibit A of the finance agreement that, this was going to be upfit only. So there is a list of all this extra equipment that they are financing. Wasn't discussed. And then we go down here, and then here's what we did know about, which is the 12 Chargers and 6 Durangos, and they all are listed here by VIN number. So we think that Mike Moore and the Board of Public Works and the council and Les Merkley have a little bit more explaining to do. Let's just take a look at January altogether. So these are January 18th Board of Public Works minutes, of course, run by Mayor Mike Moore. And if we go down here, we can see Michael O'Brien request. Second truck is a 1-ton 3,500 Chevy from John Jones, $78,859, which he did obtain other quotes for. So at that time, that was not a special purchase. He obtained other quotes for purchases. This was, of course, approved. We would love to see the other quotes for this purchase, which we will records request. We did have that. That was turned over to us, signed by Michael O'Brien on 1/13. So if you'll notice the date of 1/18 here, buyer's order for this purchase was 1/13. So how does the buyer's order come before the approval again? And then, of course, we have on January 23rd, John Jones Auto received $16,326 from the campaign of Mayor Mike Moore. And then on 1/30/2023, just to recap again, was the purchase of Mayor Mike Moore's 2023 Chevy Blazer, which he drives around on behalf of the city. So that is a pretty busy month in January of 2023 between Mike Moore and John Jones. And one additional thing that I will show you here is another meeting that we found. Now, I don't know what meeting this is. I can't find minutes for this meeting. It's sometime here recently, and this is November 2023. So sometime recently, this occurred at a meeting.
Last thing I have, we added, there are deals sometimes that kind of come along that you weren't looking for. But when you find them, it's hard to pass up those deals. So we didn't ask, we were approached. 2 vehicles that are 2022 3/4 ton 4-wheel drive diesel pickup trucks through John Jones that had a list price of $64,000. And they discounted it to $41,000 and change, which we're trading in 2 trucks. One's worth $13,500, the other one's worth $12,500. So the 2 vehicles, one would cost $39,015, the other one costs $38,015. I'm asking the board to approve the purchase of these 2 vehicles. The money's in the budget someplace, and I'll find it. So
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
So as you can see, that's all the discussion that takes place for additional John Jones vehicle purchases made here just recently. Okay, that's it for this time. Feel free to check us out at citizensinactionclarkcounty.com. You are welcome to subscribe to our email notifications and join us on Telegram where we drop all these documents for you all. See you next time.